The repeated terror attacks in London could not have come at a more inopportune time for Prime Minister Theresa May. When she announced the snap poll, surprising many, May was seen on a firm footing, assured of a crushing victory. She is barely now 1 point ahead of her competitor in opinion polls. Here's a detailed report.
I have, throughout my many years in politics, I've always been very clear. I never set expectations of that sort and I never predict election results. What I do is go out and campaign to earn the trust and support of the British people.
Brave words even as Theresa May battles dwindling support amid repeated terror attacks. When she announced snap polls in April, Jeremy Corbyn's Labour Party was 21 points behind May's Conservatives, a lead that was the largest held by an incumbent government in 30 years. In the first poll after the Manchester attack, the Tory lead was slashed to just 5 points over the Labour Party. On May 31st, the YouGov poll predicted a hung parliament with the Tories down to 310, 16 short of majority. The same poll said that the Labour Party would get 257 seats, up from 229 last time. In another poll by Ipsos Mori, the Labour Party was up to 40% with the Tories at 45. The same poll also indicated that satisfaction with May had fallen to 43%, her lowest rating still date. A latest YouGov poll published on the 5th of June shows that Theresa May might fall short of a majority by 21 seats. The betting market too says the polls are getting too close to call. Bookmakers Ladbrokes said last week that the Conservative Party was still favoured to win despite the polls narrowing between the government and the opposition. But there is growing support for a shock Labour win.
A couple of weeks ago you could have got 1 to 50 on the Tories, so they are drifting like a barge right now, and that's because all of the momentum is with Labour and Jeremy Corbyn. Loads and loads and loads of punters are piling in thousands of pounds on Jeremy Corbyn, causing the biggest political upset we've seen in many, many years.
By all counts, Theresa May is slowing down, and significantly so. Do the recent terror attacks have anything to do with it? There are no clear indications on that count, but terror impact or not, the Labour Party is wasting no time in rubbing it in.
The cynics started this election by saying nothing can change, nothing can alter, nothing can happen. And do you know what's happened? Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have come into our campaign offices, met up with our candidates and got out there door knocking, donating small sums of money to the Labour Party.
There are dissenting voices from even within her own party. David Cameron's former policy guru Steve Hilton has called for her resignation. In a tweet he said, Theresa May is responsible for security failures of London Bridge, Manchester and Westminster Bridge. She should be resigning, not seeking re-election, unquote. Clearly, it's an embattled Theresa May who heads into this election. Will she still manage to pull through convincingly, or will the Labour Party end up with a shock win? The world will know in less than a week from now. Bureau Report, WION.